looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll try it over the left side. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. Guys, let's chat about Florida. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hotter.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds. And then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Gators will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Wants to bring it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Offense in a bunch formation. Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There he goes. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Motion from the wideout. Grab behind the line. It's Singleton. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Non-native receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A strike downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Pressure coming. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Aaron! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside and making the big tackle.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback moving. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it along the sideline. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Fucking bullshit.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him.
Got knockouts like this is Madden, I mean.
Wants to throw again. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about hitting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And that is no
bad
good.
game.
Guys, they could have cut the deficit.
Hard to fucking kick in
here. Field goal would have been good. Still down by 6.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down,
No
man,
meat.
just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They want to run it left here. Oh, he's got some space. That's the 30. He's at the touchdown, Notre Dame. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Old Dominion fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Virginia. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Starting to feel a little pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. That's caught. It's Montgomery. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Montgomery. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything.
Turning it on! They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback a zop.
Touchdown, Gator! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A 70-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass.
Tomorrow's voting.
28 yards.
So there's no basketball tonight because they have the voting machine set up in the gym.
Quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. come the Irish, back on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Halfway there on first down and
Dropped
second and 5.
earlier.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that, too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front, guys pushing the pile, NFL talent on this offensive line, just having their way, making life easy for these running backs. It is a beautiful thing to see.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken up and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent. You've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to
breaks into the open. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different looking offense here in game 2.
What? Oh, yeah.
He takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
That's what they're supposed to do, though. They're supposed to keep you, they're supposed to keep you in tune.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the
coming
receiver.
in every time. Like I'm in the pocket. Y'all can't block it for 3 seconds?
So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Lost to throw again. Here comes the heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Oh, he wants it all. He's got it inside the 25. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Sixth play of the drive coming up.
It's spinning.
To the air on 1st down. Using the quick game. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
I love the aggressive nature by the offense trying to throw this in the end zone for a TD, but this is the risk when you drop your quarterback back close to the goal line.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone. 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
I didn't get it.
Says no good. Boy, that field goal really could have helped the mental health, but it's still a 13-point game.
Perfect kick.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They did. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. That's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
One more snap coming before halftime. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going for it all. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Makes the catch. It's Singleton.
Our coach said you never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll run it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Finds his man, it's Larson. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. They go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try to get it through the air. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
I don't know. I don't know where it should, if you left it should be.
It would have been a 54-yarder if they tried the field goal. Instead, they'll try to convert on 4th and short. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Converts on 4th down, still going. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it.
Boy, make him fumble.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They just keep firing. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Really nice third down sub-defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up.
Miss. That's what I needed.
Is no good. After the missed field goal, this lead still sitting at 13. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Snatches it on the right. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Gators have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time. Fires downfield. Hits the open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Seen you leave him.
This guy already had
Seen you leave him.
He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him. B, getting it to him quickly. And then his speed and his God-given ability.
Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Michigan is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 21 over UTEP. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy.
I need that fumble right now.
Body, make the catch simple, and
I need you to put the ball on the turf.
Getting that first.
He might want another play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. Just keeps slinging it. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure.
Remember, you got hit the last play.
And as a
Heard
result,
them
now,
footsteps.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
Oh. Tough game, huh?
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically.
Makes a grab past the marker. He'll work his way down to the 28.
What a big play in the 4th quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a 1st down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the 1st down.
Now on 1st down from the 28. The give out of the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
It's complete on the right side. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win. But this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive line have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Caught over the middle. It's Montgomery. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down.
Oh, come on!
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Makes the catch inside his 40. There he goes. Open it up. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Defense backed up, in this crowd trying to will them to get a big stop late. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
That's crazy.
Defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Here's the pressure. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down.
It's the game.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Fires toward the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
He's sitting there with his feet set, and he sails the ball 20 yards over the guy. Come on, good game, brother.
On the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your
crazy.
offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
And they'll take a knee.
That's crazy. Good game, man.